Felix is eating almost nothing, and his body responds by going into a starvation response. Felix's body breaks down his entire store of emergency glucose in just 18 hours. And while Sam steadily replenishes glycogen with every healthy meal, Felix's low-calorie diet does not. Desperate for energy, his body starts breaking down other materials, including his muscles. Meanwhile, Sam's regular exercise is maintaining his muscle mass. This means he'll use more energy both during exercise and at rest, making it easier for him to lose weight. Felix, on the other hand, is losing muscle mass and burning fewer calories than ever for his body's basic functions, making weight loss even more difficult. Despite all this, there's one element of Felix's fast diet that might make him think he's on the right track. Every gram of glycogen is bound to several grams of water. This can add up to 2 kilograms of water weight, all of which is lost when the glycogen is depleted. For Felix, this might seem like he's losing weight fast, but as soon as he stops starving himself, his body will replenish its glycogen store and regain that weight. Clearly, Felix's plan does more harm than good, but extreme calorie reduction diets aren't the only regimens promising to shed weight fast. Plans called detoxification diets either promote or restrict certain foods to provide specific nutrients in high quantities. These can be useful for addressing some nutritional problems, but they're far too specific to be used as general cure-alls. For example, for a person with low vitamin A juice diet might be helpful, but for someone high in vitamin A, juicing could be disastrous. And regardless of personal nutrition, maintaining a juice diet over multiple weeks is likely to compromise the immune system due to a lack of essential fats and proteins. Therein lies the problem with all these fast-moving diets. Whether you're cutting calories or food groups, extreme diets are a shock to your system. There are well-established rates of healthy weight loss motivated by both diet and exercise that account for genetic and medical differences. And staying on those timelines requires a dietary lifestyle that's sustainable. In fact, some of the worst side effects of extreme diets are rarely discussed since so few people stick with them. It also bears mentioning that many societies have unhealthy relationships with weight, and people are often pressured to diet for reasons other than health or happiness. So rather than trying to lose weight fast, we should all be taking our time to figure out what the healthiest lifestyle is for ourselves. With new diets emerging daily, all claiming to
Ayan, no to fast diet. Kailangan ma-figure out natin the healthiest lifestyle. And we are so blessed tonight because we have here our very own nutritionist dietitian no, to lead us paano ba natin ma-maintain yung ating health goals na hindi siya natatapos ng January lang, ng February, and wala na by March, di ba? So, kailangan sustained, alright? And we will learn it the right way, straight from a registered nutritionist dietitian. So, hello to everyone. Welcome to our Sunday Health Talk, our Sunday Habit. Ayan, if you can open your camera, kindly open para we can see each other as we introduce our speaker for our topic for tonight. Ayan, so I am your host, I'm Lyra, and I'm one of the directors in the team and the organizer for this health talk. So, ayan, thank you so much kay Miss Adora for opening her camera. Hello kay Matt, kay Ate Dea from Dubai, kay Tita Carlota, kay Tita Mila all the way from Canada, hello, hello, and kay Miss Emeline. Ayan, so if you have friends, relatives, mga acquaintances, fellow associates natin dito sa business ng Yusana, no, might as well message them, especially those who are really on the heavy side. Ayan, nasa obesity talaga, no, and they are really trying their best na makapag-maintain ng tamang weight, but then maraming mga things to consider, no, like hormones, especially for women, di ba, mga hormonal imbalances and all, and some other stuff like the lifestyle, like for example, night shift ang work and all that. So message them para they can get the most of this talk na masimulan talaga nila. Alright, so ayan. But
Recording in
let
progress.
me now introduce our guest speaker for our Sunday Health Talk. And siya mismo ang magtuturo sa atin, no, paano ba, okay, ang tamang pagda-diet talaga or ang tamang pag-maintain ng weight. Hindi yung fat lang, katulad yung napanood natin sa video kanina, di ba? And ano yung mga mga practical tips paano to really get ourselves na dire-diretso, tuloy-tuloy natin siya na maisagawa, okay? Hindi lang basta isang buwan, hindi lang basta 2 buwan, okay? Matuloy-tuloy natin siya and it would really become part of our lifestyle already. Ayan, so let's now welcome our nutritionist and dietitian in the house, Coach Mary Gian Rico. Hi, Coach Gian.
Unmute. Ayan. Hello po. Magandang gabi. Welcome po sa ating lahat. And thank you for inviting me, Coach Lyra. Meron pa sana akong ini-invite para maka-join. Kaya lang start na tayo. Sino bang mga gusto magbalik Alindog this year? Type nyo nga sa, ayan, may mga nagtaas ng kamay and everything. Taga saan po pala yung mga nakikinig natin, nakikinig ngayong gabi? Syempre may nasa abroad. How about yung iba? Saang part kayo ng Philippines sa ngayon? Ayan, yung iba, kilala ko na, yung iba hindi pa. Ay, taga Pangasinan din si Ma'am Adoracion. Ayan, sige. Ayan, may nasa Canada. Welcome! O, sige, start na tayo. Sobrang timely ng topic natin for today. 'Di ba? Kasi it's January. And then, we want to get back on track after ng mga handaan natin during the holidays. Pero ang pinaka-goal natin is how to do that in a sustainable way. Para ma-address natin yung mga eating habits. And also, depende po sa condition natin and sa goals natin, meron ding mga innovations dito sa science, no? Para matulungan na mas makapag-manage ng weight and even tackle din yung differences ng weight loss, yung laman natin, ng katawan natin, di ba? Hindi lang tayo basta nag-lose ng weight, but in a sustainable and safe way. Ayan. Perfect. So, start na tayo. Mag-share na po ako ng screen. So, you already know me. I'm Gian, a nutritionist dietitian. And, so yan, let me share my screen. Okay, so nakikita na po nila yung screen ko. Clear po ba? Please say yes. Say yes as in, ha? Okay na?
Yes.
Okay. Ayan, tackling weight challenges through food and nutrition. So, pag-usapan muna natin kamusta ang status natin dito sa Philippines. Alam niyo po ba na record high ang ating overweight and obese among adults since 2019? So, parang 3 out of 10 Filipinos ay overweight, 1 out of 10 ay obese. And saan po sila nakasituate? 39% nung determined na overweight and obese na Filipino nandito sa NCR, National Capital Region. O diba? Ang galing. Kaway-kaway sa mga nasa NCR. Napakadaming dito nakakonsentrate, no, yung overweight and obese. So matatanong natin, ano po bang meron sa NCR kaya nagkakaganon? So syempre, limited ang movement natin, and then yung mga food intake natin is also, we always prefer yung mga fast, convenient, malinamnam, no? And these food items, usually they are devoid of the nutrients that we need, usually high fat, no, high calorie, and masarap lang sila, malinamnam, maalat-alat. That's why ang pag-uusapan natin for today, i-ano muna natin, differentiate natin yung mga obesity, overnourished, under, normal, and ano po yung guidelines na meron. So thankfully, merong nirelease yung PASOO. This is an organization who really took the time to study how to address or to prevent yung obesity and overweight through food and lifestyle. And of course, yan nga, ano ba yung mga lifestyle changes natin? So how do we determine po ba when we are overweight na or obese? So nandyan po yung ating body weight, no? Yung desirable body weight. Good thing, nakadepend ito sa height, but aside from that, meron pa siyang ibang considerations, no? Yung atin pong frame, yung ating, kumbaga, dahil maraming variations yan, yung healthy weight po, range siya, no? Hindi lang siya isang weight. Range. Okay, meron siyang low range, lower limit, upper limit, kumbaga. Okay, para po sa medyo maliit talaga ang bones, usually nagfo-fall sila sa mas lower, smaller weight. Yung medyo big bone talaga, talagang malaking bulas sa family, meron silang upper weight, kumbaga, no? And then merong nasa middle. Hindi lang siya isa. Okay? So, meron tayong tinatawag na BMI, nire-relate niya yung height and weight. And again, it's a range, no? 18.5 to 24.9. Ngayon, so kung sobra tayo dyan, no, we are either overweight or obese. So, ang difference po ng overweight and obese, yung overweight, nasa 25.0 to 29.9 yung kanyang BMI. Yung obese naman is 30, more than 30 kilograms, no, yung 30 kilograms per meter squared yung kanyang BMI. So on top dun sa 30 plus na yung BMI kapag obese, isa pang nadidistinguish dito, mataas yung body fat percentage. No, so sa kababaihan 30% or more, sa kalalakihan naman 25% or more. At dahil mataas ang body fat percentage, namamaga yung mga taba sa katawan. So kaya dumadami pa siya ng dumadami. So dahil madaming fats, no, ito po yung mas considered na kumbaga may effect talaga siya sa health kasi dumadami yung fats. No? So yan po yung mga effect ng obesity. In the short term, meron siyang kumbaga mas madali kang ma-stress. Okay? And mas bumababa yung ating productivity, yung paggalaw, 'di ba? And then affected yung quality of life, and syempre increase yung risk for other health issues such as heart problem, diabetes, no, blood sugar, even yung certain types of cancer, and then subject to mental health issues din. And then syempre may effect sa bone, sa muscles, okay? Yung sa mga tuhod and all. So napapansin po 'yan sa paglaki ng waistline, no? Merong pressure doon sa belly area, parang naiipit yung mga organs. And aside from that, pwedeng mayroon ding distributed fat sa other parts ng body. So meron siyang effect talaga sa health. Okay? And it's accounted for around 2.8 million deaths in a year all over the world. So around 12.5% ang affected, no, sa buong mundo. 1 billion people all over the world. So ang cause niyan marami, no, yung sedentary behavior, even medications, and yung mga mention na natin kanina. Okay? So pag makikititingnan kasi natin po yung ating timbang, 'di ba marami siyang nagko-contribute doon. Hindi lang siya fat, may muscles, meron kang bones, may organs, may water. So, ang tinitingnan po natin, yung sinabi ko kanina na nasa 30%, more than 30% sa women, around 25% sa mga kalalakihan. No? Yan naman yung body composition, mas bine-breakdown niya pa yung components ng weight natin. Meron kasing ibang mabigat, 'di ba? Pero dahil siya sa muscles and konti lang yung contribution ng fats. No? So, kaya po merong mga Ayan, no? So for example, ganito. Pareho ng timbang, pero mas mukhang fit, 'di ba? Kasi less yung fat, more of the muscles, no? So ito mas may health benefit siya kasi muscles, these are for strength, stamina, no? Wala siya masyadong, kumbaga, mas helpful yan for long health. Okay? So, yan po yung mga body composition. So, sa mga kalalakihan, ang kailangan lang talaga nilang body fat, nasa 2 to 5% para maprotektahan yung mga organs, no, magbigay ng warmth. Sa kababaihan naman, mas mataas talaga 10 to 13% para sa hormones, sa pag-maintain ng ayan, yung regular hormones, yung cycle ng mens, no, para pwede ka pang mag-anak, protection ng iba't ibang organs. Okay? So, yan yung essential. Kapag masyadong mababa, detrimental naman din for health. Ayan. Okay? So, nakikita din po yan sa waistline. Ayan, okay. So, kapag sinukat natin yung baywang versus the hips, masyadong malaki yung hips, okay, ay masyadong malaki yung waistline, kumbaga pumapantay na siya sa hips, no? Mas mataas na yung risk natin for cardiovascular issues. Okay, yung iba naman masyadong malaki yung baywang, no? Usually ito naman related naman siya sa, kumbaga parehong lumalaki pero mas malaki yung hips. Okay? Related naman siya sa gut health, no? Pero pag nagpapantay na yung waistline at yung hips natin, increase yung risk for heart issues. Okay? So, meron po tayong iba't ibang fats. Sabi natin, di ba may essential fats tayo? Yan po yung role niya for the hormones, protection ng organs para ma-maintain natin yung temperature ng body. Pag sobra-sobra po, ang dami niyang health issues na pwedeng ma-develop. No, pwede kang may difficulty breathing, no, yung sleep apnea na tinatawag, skin issues din, no, yung mga psoriasis, okay, hormonal imbalances sa mga kababaihan, sa sa digestion naman, alcoholic fatty liver, okay, GERD, okay, because of the pressure ng nung fats sa stomach, hypertension, and the hormonal imbalances both sa male and female, okay, diabetes, and so on. Okay, so madami po siyang effect. Ngayon, paano siya ina-address ng science? So, depende po sa ating BMI, okay, and depende rin sa ating goal, and syempre sa ating mga kakayahan. Merong mga treatment modalities. Ayan, so depende sa goal mo, di ba? Kung modest weight management or fat loss muna, 2 to 5%. Okay, so pwede muna yung mga intensive behavioral change. Okay, dietary changes. Kapag mas malaki, pwedeng kailangan na natin ng meal replacements. May papalitan ka na food na mas mas nutritious pero lower ang calories. Okay? And you can also take certain supplements, yung iba naman medication, yung iba mas invasive na surgery. Pinapaliit na yung stomach. No? Parang ayan, pina-flatten, pinuputol, nilalagyan ng balloon para feeling full palagi. Yan, no? So, depende po sa atin yung what we want to go for. But syempre, dun tayo muna dito lang sa first three coming from below. Hindi na tayo magpapaabot sa surgery. Multi-component, behavior, meal replacements, and supplements. That's what we're going to talk about. So, in terms of nutrition, syempre, we want to master yung mga basics. Okay? Yung mga micronutrients, macronutrients, and syempre, nag-exercise ka din para meron kang nababurn na mga calories, no? Yung mga fats and energy. So, kung may health issues, kailangan siya i-rule out kasi this would require medications, no? Yung Cushing syndrome, merong problem sa stress hormones, cortisol hormones and meron namang mga hypothyroidism, kailangan i-address yung kanyang thyroid, and yung iba din, hormonal imbalances, so kailangan siyang i-address. Okay? So, combination of diet, activity, and behavior is always the best kesa yung 1 or 2 approaches lang. So, maganda talaga at least 2 to 3. Up to 3, no? 3 approaches yung gagawin mo para maiwasan mo yung yo-yo dieting, no? Yung papayat, tapos lalaki ulit, papayat, lalaki ulit, mas babagal yung metabolism. So ano po ba yung healthy na weight loss? Only 5 to 10% of body weight over 3 to 6 months. Yan, so tingnan mo yung weight mo ngayon, okay? Kunin mo yung 5 to 10%, then nakaspread siya ng 3 to 6 months. Yan po yung healthy weight loss. Kumbaga, okay siya sa organs, hindi nabibigla, hindi ka makaka-develop ng mga stones, hindi tataas yung uric acid, hindi ka manghihina, and in the end, sustainable siya. Masusustain, no? Hindi ka magre-rebound. So, ito po yung nirelease ni PASOO, yung mga guidelines. Okay, meron lang tayong itatouch na ilang guidelines dyan para gawin siya. So, number 1 po is to increase yung ating calcium intake coming from energy-weak vegetables. Ibig sabihin, wala masyadong calories. Vegetables, fruit, and legumes. Okay? Kasi po nakita na yung calcium, natutulungan niyang i-release yung excess fats sa stool and nape-prevent niya yung pag-further ng pagdami ng fat cells natin sa body. Okay? Kung maraming fat cells, napipigilan niyang mas dumami at nare-release niya pa sa stool. Okay? Variety of foods rich in fiber. So, ang daming benefits ng fiber. Natutulungan niya yung good bacteria. Okay? Napopromote niya yung pag-release din ng fats sa stool. And then, it also helps keep us full for longer periods of time and of course, better bowel movement. Okay, so it reduces the energy density of the meal. Parang mas madali kang mabusog kahit konti yung kinakain mo. That's because of fiber. Okay, so helpful yan para makontrol yung portions. And what do we limit, no? We want to limit the intake of foods and beverage high in added sugar, such as po yung ating mga soft drinks, no, milk tea, energy drink. Ako personally napapansin ko to kapag medyo napapadalas yung bili ko ng halimbawa kape, 'di ba, yung mga beverage, mga drinks, no, parang at the end of the week medyo parang ang bigat sa pakiramdam. That's because of the sugar content. Okay, so iwasan natin yung laging mag-sugar sweetened beverage, no? Kasi akala mo madali lang siya inumin, 'di ba? Refreshing, magaan. Tapos magugulat ka na lang, no? Biglang sobra-sobra na pala yung na-take mo na mga sugars. Okay? What do we want to limit pa? Calorie dense foods, lalo na yung mga nasa fast food. Kasi usually yung preparation po nila, they are high in energy density. Ibig sabihin, calories lang. Yun nga yung sinasabi natin kanina. Bakit concentrated yung overweight and obese dito sa Philippines, dito sa NCR? Kasi madalas, fast food ang kinakain. They are high in fat, di ba? Fried, and then maraming chemicals, preservatives na nilagay para hindi agad masira. Okay, sodium din yun, no? Nakaka-promote talaga siya ng tawag dito, yung water retention sa body. Yan, magugulat ka na lang parang ka namamanas, no? And syempre, yung preparation, ang pinaka purpose nila is to make it tasty, no? So, more sugar, more fat, more salt. Okay, so less na rin yung mga vitamins and minerals. Kaya puro lang siya calories without the micronutrients that we need, no? We need micronutrients para maganda yung ating metabolism, ne? Ibig sabihin, yung food bago siya ma-burn, kailangan mo ng maraming micronutrients. O, diba? Yung food, lagi siyang may protein, may carbohydrate, may fat. Before siya maging energy, before sila ma-burn, before magamit ng body natin, kailangan niya ng maraming vitamins and minerals. So, yan pong mga oxaloacetate, malate, fumarate, etc. These are vitamin B complex. Meron din yung vitamin A, may vitamin C, meron siyang mga minerals involved. Okay, so imagine mo, no, puro ka lang kain ng energy, calories, tapos walang tumutulong para ma-burn. So, mag-i-stick up talaga siya sa body mo, magpa-pile up sila. Okay, so yan yung number 1 cause dito sa NCR, no? So, pwedeng nararanasan mo rin dyan kung nasaan ka ngayon. Depende sa mga kinakain mo. Okay, so another challenge that we're facing, kahit kumakain tayo ng fruits and vegetables, pwedeng yung pinanggalingan nila is nutritionally depleted and toxic environment because of the commercial agricultural practices. Ibig sabihin, wala na dun sa soil yung nutrients, wala din siya sa vegetable. Okay, kasi imagine, iba ilang beses na nagfa-farm ngayon, 3 to 4 times a year. So gamit na gamit talaga yung lupa. Pag wala yung nutrients sa soil, wala din yan sa food. Okay? Kasi yung vegetables and fruits, kinukuha lang talaga nila yung nutrients nila from the soil where they came from. Okay? So imagine in a day, di ba, kung puro fast food, yung 1 meal mo from a fast food, it could already equate to 1,800 calories. Di ba? Depende po siya sa preparation, syempre. Not to generalize, no? Yung 1,800 calories na yon, pwedeng 1 whole meal for the day. Okay? And madami ka pang pwedeng ipasok na ibang mga nutrients na may fiber, may vitamins and minerals, and so on. Okay? So, swap mo talaga siya to a better cooked meal. Yan. So, ang tip natin when eating out, okay, pag limited yung mga options, practice yung mindful eating. Okay, so pakiramdaman, okay, kung kailan tayo nabubusog, 80% lang. Chew the food properly. So piliin natin yung mga cooking method, no? Piliin natin yung steam, we can go for grilled, inihaw, okay, yung mga kapag order tayo ng high-fat meal, hanapin natin yung may fiber, no? Para matulungan naman na yung nakain nating fat, ma-release ka agad sa bowel movement. No? So, and syempre, bakit gusto natin bagalan yung pagkain? Para ma-control natin yung ating portion. So, not because the serving is big, kailangan natin siyang ubusin talaga. Ang kailangan lang natin i-consume is yung kailangan talaga natin. Okay? So, pag may natira, no, pwede naman na siguro nating i-take out, okay? Pwede pa yan the next day. Okay? And finally, when doing groceries, you can also learn how to read nutrition labels. Okay? Fruits and vegetables every major meal. Okay? So, fruits and vegetables, no. So, syempre yan kasi yung may fiber, less ang calories nila. Okay? Sabi nga natin yung fiber, tinutulungan tayo na mas mabusog, no? Pag mas may fiber yung food. So dito sa Philippines, we have what we call yung Pinggang Pinoy to really help us ma-maintain yung proper meal na kompleto siya. Parang it helps us tick the box, no? Kung ano yung mga kailangan mo. It helps you ensure na nandyan talaga sila sa plate mo. Kompleto siya, no? Yung plate may carbohydrate source, may protein, may fruit, and of course yung vegetable and your beverage. Okay, so para ano siya, balance, present lahat ng mga components and may portion lang siya sa plate mo. So it helps you in portioning your food. Okay, so yan yung example in real life. You can also use yung hand method in terms of portion control. Okay? So isang block, no, for your meat dyan sa palad. Ayan. And then vegetables, isang fist Yan yung ating mga guide. Okay? So, for exercise, be physically active, maximum of 2 hours per day only sa screen time. So, bakit gusto natin siyang i-limit? Because according to studies, so pag masyado tayong matagal sa screen time, it increases our risk for obesity. Una, kasi hindi tayo gumagalaw. And then also for cardiovascular diseases, kasi nagkukos siya ng mga inflammation, mga pamamaga internally. Ayan, which is yung CRP, no? And then reducing screen time, no, so ayon sa pag-aaral, it led to an decreased BMI kasi syempre mas gagalaw ka na. And on top of that, yung unhealthy snacking, no? Madalas, 'di ba, kapag nanonood ka, gusto mo may kinakain ka din, no? So, nilesen mo yung panonood, nalilesen din yung mga unhealthy snacking. Puro popcorn or cookies or whatsoever. So, mas nagkakaroon ng variation sa activity and mas nagiging controlled rin yung eating. Okay? So, meron kasing iba't ibang ways on how we burn the food. Meron tayong tinatawag na resting metabolic rate, RMR, na sapat lang to para talaga mabuhay ka, no? Pag buhay ka, may binaburn ka na energy. Okay? Meron din tayong non-exercise activity. Yan yung mga household chores. Naghuhugas ng pinggan, nagsasalansa, nagwawalis, nagbaburn ka rin dyan somehow. We also have thermic effect of food. Kapag kumain ka, okay, at tutunawin na siya ng body mo, nagbaburn na rin siya. Kailangan niya rin ng energy, no? Kaya minsan yung iba, pag biglang kumain ng madami, bigla silang inaantok or nahihilo. Kasi yung blood napupunta na dun sa digestion area, no, para matunaw yung pagkain. Pero iba pa talaga yung calories na nababurn during exercise. So, iba pa siya, no? So, you would want to really include exercise in your routine. Okay, so 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise for the week. So, for example, 30 minutes na exercise for 5 days. Okay, or 1 hour every other day. No, moderate intensity lang. So, paano mo masasabi na you are being moderate? We have what we call yung talk test. So, nag-exercise ka, pero nakakakanta ka pa, that is light intensity. And then you increase the intensity, nakakasalita ka, but hindi ka na makakakanta, that's moderate. Yung vigorous naman, ito yung sobrang lakas ng pawis, ang lakas ng tibok ng puso, yung breathing, no, na tipong hindi ka na makasalita. That's vigorous, no? 75 minutes in a week. Okay, pwede rin siya naka-spread. So, pwede kang mamili if you'll go for the 150 minutes or you'll go for the 75 minutes. Okay, so that depends on you. So, meron din tayong pyramid guide. Okay, kung gaano kadalas, day-to-day, minimal lang yung mga, pahiga-higa. Okay, pwede kang mag-leisure activities, often lang 2 to 3 times a week lang yung strength and flexibility. Mas madalas yung mga 3 to 5 times a week na yung mga recreational, aerobics, no? So pyramid. So you can look this up. Okay? Ayan. Ayan, so pwede rin po maglinis. Okay, sino po dito yung mga exercise nila, paglilinis na lang? O, diba? So in the end, ang pinaka-goal po is to create a negative energy balance. So more exercise talaga, no? While we nourish ourselves well. So siguro hindi natin kailangan magbawas talaga ng kinakain. Kailangan lang natin piliin kung ano yung kakainin natin. Make it more nutritious. And then increase your movement. Okay? And para naman po sa mas seryoso pa talaga, and gusto natin na while we're doing this weight management, maganda yung pakiramdam, we can also introduce supplementation. Kasi sabi po sa pag-aaral, madalas po pala ng mga bumabagal ang metabolism, ibig sabihin, biglang, kumbaga, nag-weight gain, no? madami silang mga vitamins and minerals na kulang sa body, no? Kulang ng B-complex, ng minerals, vitamin A, yung mga minention natin kanina, no? Yung pinakita ko kaninang yung yung kung paano nababurn yung carbohydrate, protein, and fat, nakita na kulang talaga sila ng mga micronutrients at the middle, kaya hindi sila nakakapag-burn, bumabagal yung kanilang metabolism. Okay? That's why we recommend taking supplements talaga. So, you all know about Cell Essentials. Diba, possible yung iba sa inyo napansin, just by taking Cell Essentials, parang nabawasan ng timbang, no? Mas maganda yung pakiramdam, mas magaan, nakatulog ng maigi, nagkaroon ng energy, nakagalaw-galaw, okay, nakapag-detoxify din, madalas yung bowel movement, kaya parang pagtingin mo na lang, no, parang medyo mas fit siya tingnan just by taking Cell Essentials kasi na-address na yung mga kulang niya na micronutrients. And then, meron din tayong sinasuggest na protein, no? So, 10 to 20 grams daily of plant-based or whey protein. So, nakita dito na when they maintain an adequate protein intake, okay, na mas na-maintain yung muscles, no? At natulungan din sila na, kumbaga, lose weight in a healthy way. Yun kasi yung ayaw po natin, yung nag-lose ka ng weight, pero muscles pala yung na-lose mo instead of fat. So, yung iba, we suggest na mag-take ng mga protein, parang protein shake, no, or meal replacement nga, para matulungan ma-maintain yung protein. Kasi minsan, pag kukunin lang lahat sa pagkain, ang madalas reklamo nila, di ba, busog na ako, kailangan ko pa rin talaga kumain ng karne, kailangan ko pa uminom ng itlog para lang ma-meet yung protein requirement, no, para hindi ka mag-lose ng protein. So, kaya ang ginagawa ng iba, umiinom na po ng protein shake. So, we also have that in USANA, which is yung Nutri-Meal. Ito pong Nutri-Meal natin na original, ang content niya is nasa 12 grams of protein. Yung bago, yung soy vanilla at saka soy choco, yun po yung naka 20 grams per serving. So para talaga siya sa pag-maintain ng muscles, no? And mas matulungan ka sa iyong weight management. Ayan. So meron din pong studies na yung green tea extract, nakakatulong talaga siya para mag-manage ng weight, mag-burn ng fat, at mas magpabilis ng metabolism. And helpful din siya para ma-normalize yung ating mga LDL, no? Yung ating mga cholesterol. Okay? So, ito pong green tea extract, thankfully, matatagpuan siya sa ating Metabolism Plus, or dito sa Philippines, it's called Active Plus. Ayan. So, meron siyang green tea leaf extract with high EGCG. And on top of that, meron pa siyang ibang compounds na helpful for that purpose. No? So, ang galing, no? Ito pong mga pinapakita ko sa inyong studies, they are no way related with USANA. So, talagang itong studies na to, talagang sila na yung nagsabi, itong mga components na to is helpful for healthy weight management. And yan po yung mga naging basis din possibly ni USANA in creating these supplements. No? So sabi din po ng studies, pag in-increase nga po natin yung ating calcium intake, no, mas makakatulong din siya sa metabolism, sa ating muscles, para pag nag-exercise din tayo, hindi tayo magkakaroon ng cramps. Pag nag-exercise tayo, mas makaka-recover tayo ng maganda. And also avoid yung metabolic, yung pagbagal ng mga metabolism, no? So, kababaihan, ibig sabihin, hindi lang siya helpful para hindi magka-osteoporosis, but also in maintaining proper metabolism. So, thankfully, meron po tayo sa Magnical B. So, before lumabas yung line-up ni USANA noon sa mga nag-weight management, pinapagamit ko rin talaga ng Magnical D because of these studies. Okay? And na-mention natin yung tungkol sa fiber, no? So, Meron po kasing yung iba, di ba, nahihirapan kumain ng gulay, okay, merong mga kulang sila sa vegetables or pag napaparami ng consumption ng vegetables na constipate, no? So meron po talagang ibang ganyan. Kulang sa digestive aids, no? Hindi madaling matunawan. So sabi naman po ng studies, when we increase our fiber intake, okay, so nakakatulong talaga siya para ma-manage yung weight kasi una nga po mas madaling mabusog. Next, napapalabas niya yung mga excess fats, okay, at nakakatulong din siya sa ating good bacteria which are related sa metabolism, no, yung ating good bacteria. Okay? So, ang dami pong benefits ng fiber. So, we have fiber G. Okay? So, napakaganda ng ating fiber G. Meron siyang prebiotic fiber blend. Okay? So, ang dami niyang benefits. And finally, probiotics, these are also important, no? Na-mention ko na kanina. Involved kasi yung mga good bacteria sa pag-create ng hormones, sa pag further breakdown ng mga kinain natin. Involved din sila sa ating immunity, sa ating metabolism, no? So, ang dami niyang involvement. And akalain mo, hindi sila part ng USANA, but they really mentioned Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium strains are used, no, to help reduce body weight. So, ano ba yung meron sa probiotic natin? Sakto siya. It's Lactobacillus LGG, no? And Bifidobacterium BB12. So kung ano talaga yung sinabi ng mga studies na helpful for this purpose, akalain mo yun talaga yung nasa product ni USANA. And finally, we also have omega-3. So recommended rin ito, okay? Kasi para po sa mga nag-exercise, nasabi na natin kanina, we want to maintain the muscles. And kapag mataas po yung fats natin sa body, namamaga sila. Kaya lalong nagmumultiply. But when we supplement with omega-3, na poprotektahan niya yung muscles para hindi madaling masira, at nare-reduce na niya rin yung mga pamamaga ng mga fats. No? So, ganun kasi yung trick, no? Kapag mataas yung bad fats, tataasan mo rin yung iyong good fats para mag-neutralize sila. So, that is what omega-3 do, no? Kumbaga mga healthy fats ito. So at least 2 grams of combined EPA and DHA. So of course you have Biomega. Okay? And ayan, so yan yung lineup ng mga supplements natin. We have Cell Essentials, Biomega, Probiotic, Fiber G, Active Plus, and Nutrimil. No? And if you combine it with the recommendations na binigay ni Pasoo in terms of your food intake, okay, more calcium, more fiber, less sa mga fast food and sa mga sweetened beverages, okay, and regular movement, regular exercise, maganda yung magiging result, no? So magiging sustainable talaga siya. Kagaya ng mga ginawa ng mga fellow associates natin and also mga relatives, no, mga kakilala. Ang ganda ng mga result, o 'di ba? So meron tayong mga before and after. So dito po mga around 1 month, no? 1.5 months yung kanilang mga result. Okay, so medyo mabilis siya kasi sinamahan na ng mga supplementation, meal replacement, kasi sabi nga natin, it depends on your goal, no? Kung gaano mo siya kagusto mangyari kaagad. Okay? So, yan yung mga result, no? Ang gaganda. Imagine, these are mothers and meron ng children and simple lang yung ginawa, no? Stretching sa bahay, kumakain pa rin properly. Okay, so meron pa rin tayong power pack and active nutrition pack, no? Diyan sa ating hub that will help you achieve your goals this year, no? So with that, I end this discussion. I hope marami kayong natutunan, no? And reiterate lang natin, it's always the best kung combination. May exercise, may behavior change, merong food and nutrition. Okay? So, with that, I would like to end this with this quote, no? Favorite ko talaga to. Your brain and body is a garden. So, the food you eat, the emotions you feel, and the environments you're exposed to are the roots you nurture. So, yan lagi yung mga titingnan natin. Kinain, yung emotion, nasa ang lugar, yung mga exercise mo, yung movement mo, yan madalas ang nag-a-affect sa ating brain and body. Okay? So if you have any questions, I'll give the floor back to our host. No? By the way, you can also add me or like my FB page and Instagram at Nutrition by G. Enrico. Yan. So, yun lamang po, Coach Lyra.
Thank you so much, Coach Gian, for that very insightful talk. Grabe, dami naming natutunan doon. Especially, pwede mo palang gamitin yung thumb mo in measuring yung food that you have, di ba? Tama ba itong dami na to or kailangan bawasan and all? And syempre, the researches that you have shown, ano yung mga micronutrients na talaga namang nire-recommend din. And more so, no, the nutritionals, the products that we have in USANA in relation dun sa mga studies na yun na hindi naman part ng USANA pero ang galing, di ba? Kasi kung ano yung mga nirecommend nila doon, those are the very same content na meron tayo in our products. So, thank you so much for that very fruitful hour, nearly an hour session with you. And the floor is now open. If you have questions, kindly unmute. Ayan, I'll be allowing participants to unmute. Meron pa bang mga dagdag katanungan? Meron ba? May magtatanong pa ba? In 3, 2, 1. Pwede po kayo mag-unmute kung meron man. Ayan. So, let's maximize this time kasi our guest speaker has another appointment after this. So, kung wala nang, ayan, syempre mag-open cam na tayo para makapag picture taking. And of course, let's say our deepest thank you to our guest speaker, Coach Gian Rico, our nutritionist dietitian. Thank you so much, Coach Gian.
Thank you, Coach Gian.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate
Thank you, Coach Gian.
Ayan. And if ever we have guests in the house na never pa napakinggan ang USANA, ang product lineup that we have, make sure to contact the person who invited you para mas custom fit ninyo. Ano ba yung bagay for your lifestyle and sa body demands mo din. Alright, so let's open our camera for a photo op. Ayan. Alrighty. Okay, game. Taking photo in 3, 2, 1, and smile. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3, and smile. Ayan. Ngiting nakapag-diet ng lahat ng matiwasay, ng maayos, na sustainable. Isa pa. May humahabol. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and smile. Ayan. Okay, captured na. Thank you so much, Coach Gian. And to our participants in this Zoom meeting, again, this is a recurring event every Sunday. So we talk about health and the many aspects of health, no, mentally, physically, with the food, nutrition that are very much available in the market already. And of course, how we can interject our product lineup ng USANA into these different concerns sa health. So see you again next Sunday and have a great weekend, everyone. To all our associates, see you on our Core Edge night tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good night, everyone.
Record